Hayati, a good knock yesterday. I just want to know from your mental side. There's a lot of talk about you, Puran, and these guys being generation future. How are you shaping up at that tag, knowing in the next World Cup, if you want to look at it that way, all eyes will be on you to lead West Indies, to potential victory.
It's not really. I'm not really thinking about it too much, to be honest. I'm just trying to get my game around featured basically or suited around playing for West Indies really because I'm in most of the T20 teams that I've played for. It's either all the way to the top or down to the bottom. So I'm just trying to get my game structured in such a way that I could basically help the team in whatever regards I can to win games as much as possible.
DJ Bravo spoke yesterday about the fact that he had some words for you and Puran. Could you share some of what he's been telling you now that you would have gone off in the retirement?
He's really just saying basically the same thing that you said about myself and Puran being the future and for us to put their hands up more times than not to win games for the West Indies team and let us not be lackadaisical in terms of even practice and our mindset and stuff. Just have that mindset that every time we go out in whatever situation it is that we could win the game for our team and I think that's really something that will help both of us in our development as we continue to grow in in T20 cricket. And so far it's been good. Because after he spoke to us, a poor and had he got 240s, and then last night I got a 80 had two. So so far it's been good words, and it's really something that I've taken on and I'm trying to work on from now on.
Thank you, Akeem. We move on to two questions from Brandon Collett. Brandon.
Hey, Shimron, good knock yesterday. I'm sure you made a lot of Barbicians proud here. What was your thinking behind that innings? Talk us through that innings.
Uh, I was just trying to give a team and give myself a chance really because I knew that at the time the spinners were the only one that really posted a danger for any one of the batsmen at the crease. So with pace on the ball, it would have been much easier. So at the time, I was just thinking that the best thing to do is just to see off, well, to try as much as possible to get at least 24 runs off of the any one of the spinners, and then when the seamers come on, just try to capitalize as much as possible. At least try to get at least 10 plus off of each over that they bowl. So it'll basically make a back for the overs off the spinners. But losing wickets didn't really help the case.
Yeah, my final question. Consistency has been an issue not for only you, but for a few of the West Indian batsmen. How are you combating that? Being consistent. And tell us about the role that Ricky Ponting played, in the recent IPL form and stuff.
I think it's really for us to not think about it too much and just for us to go out and just be your best. I think when you go out and you have that in mind too much, you're not really focused on actually playing the game and hitting the ball. I would say it's just for you as a player to know your strengths and your weaknesses and just go out and execute as much as you possibly can and try to just remember the good things that you would have done and keep doing that. And Ricky, he helped with it was something different. It wasn't something that last year. I would say it was something that I was uncomfortable doing, finishing batting all the way down to the end. But I think after I really took it on board and just give myself a chance. Then is when I really reap the rewards of it as just going out and expressing myself. Although I still give myself a few balls, yes, but I think that really helped me in terms of me just going out and just giving myself a couple of balls and then basically just go from there. And with the freedom as well, that really helped as well.
Cheers, man. Go well.
Avinash Ramzan.
Hi, Shimron. Brandon mentioned about the role that Ricky Ponting played in your development. In the IPL, you were used basically as a finisher. I want to find out exactly if there was any clarity in your role in this West Indies team. Were you clear on exactly what is it you needed to do in this present West Indies side?
Yeah, I am very clear actually. It's easy here because you have so many senior guys here to really help you along the way. So for me, my role is basically to play the situation as it is. It's either you go in with the team a couple of wickets down and you have to adapt and just build a partnership and go, or the team's in a good position and then you just go in. You just go in and basically express yourself. That's basically it. And so far, I think for most of the games, the other three games, I didn't really give myself that chance, with the exception of one that I had to go and I got run out. The others is really I didn't give myself that chance to really get set and build from there. And I think yesterday was an example of me just giving myself that chance and then push on.
Thank you.
And Governor Shah. So there's a question in the chat from Shresht Shah. He's saying, with another World Cup coming up in less than 12 months now, are there any gaps or weaknesses that the team has identified already from this competition? And if you can, briefly expand on what they are.
For us, gaps and weaknesses. I think it's for most teams that play T20s, try to limit the dot ball percentage. I think that's something that we've been working on from the Caribbean with those 15 T20 games that we had, and even now we're still working on just basically batting as less dot balls as we possibly can, because everyone knows West Indies team is a boundary hitting team. So if we could basically mix boundary hitting with getting singles and doubles and stuff in between that, it's something that would really benefit us. So far it's been a little up and down for us. It's either a lot or basically none. So it's something that we've been working on day in day out in practice and stuff. And so far, I think it's in practice. Everyone's buying into it, which is a good start. And so it's just for us to continue to buy in and to work on it more and more as we go along.
All right, I see that Akeem Green has another question. We'll go to Akeem shortly and then Brandon Collett to end the engagement. However, there's a question from Romario Samuel in the chat that I want to pose. Despite being out of the title hunt now, what are you personally looking to accomplish in the final match?
Well, consistency really. I'm just trying to be as consistent as I possibly can, because it really helps to be excuse me, really helps with the overall performance of the team, really, with having consistent batters in the team and having players to put up their hands more times than not. It will really help in us going forward, with knowing that we have another World Cup coming up pretty soon, and then we have other series to play as well.
Akeem and then Brandon.
Uh, Yesterday you would have seen some players from the 2016 World Cup. You would have played against probably. You see how much they've matured into top international cricketers. What is your thoughts, Hetty, on what lies ahead for West Indies as a whole in international cricket, preferably in white ball formats? And what would you recommend to develop some of the young talents like yourself, Shimron, and these other Sharfade and these other guys to develop?
I think, yeah, well, having them there, it's always good. Knowing that they're there and they're always around, to you could ask questions to them and stuff. They always find their way to find a way, basically, to shed some light upon whatever it is, like having, well, now that we've lost two of our, I would say, our best T20 players, or the best T20 players in the world. It's gonna be a little bit difficult, but I think they would have shared enough information to the younger players and to the team, that we should learn from, and to just keep doing the right things and so on. And for the younger players, is basically just to express yourself and just be yourself when you get to international stage. It's just not to cloud your mind too much, just to go out and do what you do best, which is either bat or bowl. And with with the coaches' help and some other players and so on, you'll only get better.
Yeah, Shimron, Dario, I'm gonna ask my final question. Yesterday, the skipper spoke about the bringing back the Caribbean T20 tournament. Where only Caribbean players would play. To unearth new talents. What's your take on that, Shimron?
Honestly, I think it's a good thing. It was something that I really wanted to play growing up with, something that I almost played. But as I said, I think it's a good initiative. But at the end of the day, it's still I think CPL still develops a lot of players, and it really helps us as well because we get to rub shoulders with some of the best players in the world, and it really helps in terms of the younger guys. They get to learn different things and learn how basically the pros go about their game and go about how they basically prepare for a match and stuff like that. So I would say it's a good and a bad because we miss out on some of that, but it's a good in terms of we'll have the we'll basically have more good cricketers or more cricketers being able to come through the ranks of playing cricket for West Indies and a little bit and get there a little bit faster as well.